Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here once again to twitch.tv/speedrun for this SM64 16-star Clash of the Titans. I've got Simply here by my side in the booth. How you doing today, Simply?
I am doing fantastic. How are you doing, Thero?
I can't complain. I've been excited about this match since it got scheduled. Like, I had notifications up waiting for this match to happen because it's going to be huge. You know, Anti versus Akki. Aki's shots fired out there saying, you know what, Anti, I got you. I'm just going to throw 3 15s straight down on the table. But
Did he
Anti,
say that?
He did. But, you know, Anti is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, he's definitely been making waves. He's on the incline. The stocks do appear to be going up. But, man, Akki, he's definitely, you know, if somebody's going to be trash talking in 16-star, I think Akki is probably the person to be doing it.
The robot, the human task. So consistent in every one of his performances, to be honest. And we're getting started.
Yeah, he's pretty much a literal robot when it comes to Mario 64 gameplay. Not sure how he does it. The consistency has been pretty incredible. Although I have heard that in the league he's been having a little bit rougher of a time. It's not been awful, but we aren't seeing the low 15s that I mean, and he was in the 16-star invitational. He basically just took everybody home for free. It was like low 15s, no problem. 15, 20 something, fine, whatever.
Didn't he get a low 15 in the grand finals against Lunar Jump?
Yes.
I mean, that's sick in a race environment because you have a completely different mentality than just doing runs. You've got that reset button there. Here, you don't have that.
You definitely don't. So you gotta do what you can and do it as best as you possibly can. And both players doing their best in the back. And Anti. All right, what's the play? Does he know how to do this? We've seen some players come in here and they've kind of lost their mind. Okay, he's losing his mind. Oh no, ground pound. Okay, looks good. This looks good. This looks promising.
As long as he can get that speed back.
And we're in Bob-omb Battlefield. Well, that is rough, especially against a player of Akki's caliber. I don't imagine he'll be giving him much openings.
Not at all. I mean, that's huge. And I've talked about before the mentality of speedrunning. So when you're going through trying not to be tilted because you know what you can do and how you can perform, that's where your more experienced racers prevail. Because they don't take it to heart. It's one start at a time, one movement at a time, focusing on what you're about to do, not what just happened. So that's going to be really important, not only in this race, but the next 2 races that are coming up as well.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you're trying to get some points. And maybe one game's a wash, but like you said, you got to be thinking about right now, what is happening? Are we throwing Bowser? Are we ground pounding in Dark World? Is Kevin Crunch resubscribing on a 7-month streak? These are all things that you have to keep in mind. Well, welcome back, Kevin Crunch.
And this is what I was talking about, that mentality. So if you saw Anti, he missed the long jump across, you know, kind of had to fudge the cycle a little bit and then ran past the red coin. He's going to have to come out of Dark World and kind of turn it on at this point. Change the mindset, you know, do what you got to do, reset, reboot, and continue on. Because that's the only way that you're going to be able to take points off of Akki.
Yeah, you got to adapt to the robot mindset, and the robot mindset is basically that, you know, not a lot of emotions involved.
No,
just raw, unedited gameplay.
And that's tough. Consistency is like one of the biggest things in speedrunning. So watching these guys and the grind that it takes specifically for like 16-star, it's insane. You know, I think I once watched Lunar Jump go over and over in Dark World for like 8 hours without stopping. And that's the mentality it takes.
Yeah, 16 is an interesting one because in 70 and 120-star, you don't really need the crispiest movement ever. As long as you're staying consistent, you're not making big mistakes, you're good. But 16-star is at a point where you really need to know the game like the back of your hand. Akki going for texture setup, and it does not pay off.
But those are the small openings that Anti's going to be looking for here. So I don't expect any really big mistakes, but Anti's already catching up with that huge issue in the beginning. Oh,
Okay, looking a little dusty out here, a little sluggish. That is
and
not gonna work.
so he's gonna have to go for that wild blue star and kind of reset, reboot. That's what we talked about. Akki going up once again for this texture setup for this candle lens.
All right.
He nails it.
Yeah, texture setup's been a big point of controversy. Not really controversy, but it's definitely been approached differently. You know, you either have the texture setup or the sock folder setup, which is arguably much more consistent, but some players just cannot shake the texture setup, and it can be very punishing, as we saw on Aki's side. I mean, that's like 8 seconds lost. You need to go in sock folder, and it works out.
All right. Heading downstairs. You know, to me, this is where Akki really excels, and I say that as he's getting caught up on the wall.
It's a big wall.
Just the movement downstairs. You've got a lot of big areas, such as we see pillarless incoming here, which is an area where a lot of runners that are consistent at it sometimes just fail and struggle. Akki has had issues with this here in this tournament. He gets in his first time.
Very nice pillarless, while Anti fails an owlless. This angle, I don't know, Captain.
Sketch. Super sketch.
Captain, my captain.
You know, and when you get on this level, and the routing for this, it's not forgiving at all. It's just, you know, strat after strat that needs to be on point, where if you look at things like a non-LBLJ, it's a little bit more forgiving.
Oh, definitely. The rest of the route gets much more difficult. Shifting Sandland, pretty big because of pillarless. Once that's out of the way, it's not too shabby, but then you jump right back into the heat, quite literally, with Lethal Lava Land, where
Oh, yeah.
you might be dealing with lava boost. You've got some pretty technical stars. You got the side hops. So see how it goes for Akki. Shifting Sandland, not too shabby at all, though.
Wrapping it up right now, almost a full course ahead of Anti. He's going to have to turn it on here, going for pillarless. Looking all right, having a little issue getting over that mound. Ground pounds look good, and he takes a death. And that's what we talked about with like pillarless. Is super scary.
It is. It's a big daddy. One of the biggest daddies, I would argue, in basement for sure. I mean, there's some big ones, but pillarless never ceases to be a struggle.
Looking good, kind of using that wall to push him up to the right angle that he needed. Nabbing that star. He's still got one more star to get here in Shifting Sandland. As Akki is over here taking on Lethal Lava Lands. Now this strat here terrifies me.
Ooh, but flawless execution.
You know, if you notice, he didn't even take the time to try to line it up. He's done it so much that he's able to just turn, and he's got the angle that he needs. Anti's struggling here.
Fly Guy doing some dancing in the air, but it's no good for Anti. Gonna have to walk all the way over to this pillar. It's not looking too good for our boy here in game one, but there are 3 races. And honestly, at the same time, there's been so many crazy things I've seen, especially from some top-level players in 16. Okay?
Oh,
Akki,
what?
Just as I'm saying crazy things going on, I don't know what that was.
It's almost like he went to go do the long jump to the platform, but the platform wasn't there. It was like further over to the right, so I don't know if he had taken extra time to get there or what have you. But yeah, that was interesting.
His long jump angle definitely wasn't very good, but I'm just curious as to why he went. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what he meant to do. Wait a minute.
Likely. Yeah,
that must have been what he meant to do.
It had to have, and instead of getting the ground pound, he got the long jump right off the side, not having enough health to get back.
Yep. That makes way more sense, because I was like, oh, he's going to do 3 bullies, and I didn't even register in my head that that's not a star that you do in 16.
It's not.
Slow. But it's probably slower to die and go back in and do that star. So, I don't know. Sometimes your quick thinking fails you, but this is a slight opening for Anti, and I mean, there's still... It's the thing I love about 16 is it's so short, but it just packs so much into it.
Oh, it does. And it gives you that opportunity to be able to catch up. You know what I'm saying? So like with these, the starts are so quick so that if you die or if something happens, you didn't waste a minute and a half on CCM 18 because you happen to miss a coin. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot easier to catch up and keep people in the race.
Definitely facts coming from the man himself in the booth. And another fact is that Mini Corey just subscribed, and he has been subscribed for 6 months, half a year. It has been a beautiful journey. Mini Corey, welcome back, sir. Thank you for the support.
GG's for sure. Anti working his way up here in Lethal Lava Lands, just as Aki is having a little talk with Toad, getting that free star.
Easy money. Ooh, and the synchronized star grab looking so hot. And a beautiful slide kick.
Headed back in. HMC to me is, in any of these categories, is not super risky. It's kind of that calm before the storm. I mean, you do have the triple box jump. You do have, looks like Aki is going for these rolling rocks here, which we know that the RNG is not too friendly sometimes.
Yeah, okay, if you are paying close attention, you can sort of read it and react, but sometimes the RNG is so bad, and you've probably seen the clip of Toast Rider getting bouldered to death. That was the first time I've ever seen that happen to anybody, but it is possible. If you aren't ready for it.
3 times in a row.
You got to be on your toes. Yeah, that's probably one of the worst RNG sequences I've ever seen for the boulders. Shout out to Toast Rider for dying to boulders.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Let his soul rest easy in the grave.
Aki finishing up, did not do the most optimal movement there to get that emergency exit star, and that's another point of contention, I guess. It's a little bit faster to do that double jump to the right, but only if your movement is absolutely optimal versus the triple jump.
Correct. Man, Aki wasting no time. This bunny just getting slung around viciously and
slammed into doors, and
that was crazy. That was pretty much about as good of a MIPS clip sequence as you could ask for. He got the punch grab on the MIPS, pretty much instant door clip. Oh, Anthony with the late wall kick, but it's all good. He's not quite on the slopey part of that slope, so doesn't need to slide into the hole. Oh.
He gets the wall kick. Good backup. Going to lose some time there. But it was good that he didn't do the Rolling Rocks star first, because then he'd be kind of hosed.
Indeed,
Front
he would.
Coming from Aki, makes it look easy.
Yeah, not too shabby at all. It's actually interesting to see how different players approach the front sub. One of the most impressive ones I've seen is from Cheese. He turns his camera pretty much perfectly to reduce a lot of lag. But Aki's front sub's still looking good. I like this Mario camera. If we get that perfect angle, will we be seeing a pole glitch? I'm sure we will.
Looks like he is. He's got the speed.
Oh!
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
It looks like he dove there.
Oh, okay.
He almost missed the elevator going up.
Yeah, that could have been really rough. I think he should still be able to make this cycle. Yeah, it looked like his thumb slipped. Could be some sweaty palms.
I'm telling you. Now he's going to have to wait. The slow weight of shame.
Oh, but genius backup. The IQ is bursting. Man, so confident in his abilities. Anti's struggling a bit with MIPS on the door. But we're in there. Aki's still looking quite good. He's got himself a girthy lead. And honestly, Aki's BLJs are almost always immediate.
Instant. On point. Abrupt.
Yeah. Much like Cheese. Cheese also seems to have the BLJs figured out. And it's very powerful. If you're able to consistently, reliably get the BLJs going within maybe 1 or 2 tries, that is incredible. And honestly, a lot of people have been struggling quite a bit with them, and I've seen it. I've seen the lead swap even from maybe a 30-second, 40-second lead. So maybe Aki might struggle. I'm interested to see what he's got.
I mean, it's a possibility. You know, we've seen seasoned runners have issues with BLJs all of a sudden. You know, I'm interested to see Anthony's Fire Sea here because towards the end, he's been rotating his camera to where the camera is actually in front of Mario during the last segment. But it's super risky. Not going for pole glitch. Akki struggling a little bit. He's in there. He's in there.
Couple jumps late there. Andy should be able to make the cycle, though, save some time on Akki, but will it be enough? Let's see that rotated camera. Oh, okay.
Looks like he's not going. Ooh, he's slipping off. I saw the slip just a little bit to the right, and I knew it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Red alert.
Very safe here. Very, very safe. To see how he takes Bowser here in the beginning. Akki in bits, tearing it up.
Cheeky little speed kick.
Going for right side.
Yeah, looking like a pretty good lineup. And he's up, no problem. Oh!
He almost got the booty burn.
Oh, okay. Struggling a bit here at the end. But still on pace for a nice low 16. I mean, what did he mess up? He missed a cannonless. He died in Lethal Lava Land.
Yep.
And then that's... Oh, he messed up Fire Sea too. I mean, had some pretty big mistakes, but other than that, the gameplay was pretty hot. Let's see if he can close it out strong with 3 swift throws. Sounds looking good.
Yep. To me, it's always the first one. Oh, wide left.
Curveball. Curving the bomb. Not quite what you want to do, but still impressive nonetheless. There's that second hit, and one more to seal the deal. Ante might still be able to fit in here, but not going to happen. Man, Akki, they don't call him Akki Spin for nothing. The spins are incredible from this man.
They
so
are
fast.
And maybe you can kind of give some insight from your time with this game. From my understanding, it is the $1.8 billion or 1.8 million matches that I've commentated. It seems to me if you get that first spin, you're pretty well set. The muscle memory kicks in, but if you miss that first or second spin, it's a lot more difficult to recover. I mean, would you agree with that?
I would agree with that. You definitely get into a rhythm. Most players, I do believe, have a specific setup. They always go for the same bombs, whether consciously or subconsciously. I know that I usually would go for the same bombs, but I never really thought about it. And then someone brought it up. I was like, you know what? I should get my 3 bombs down. And it's definitely true. If I'm able to hit 1 and 2, I'm most likely going to hit 3. But if I miss 1, then I'm more likely to be missing 2.
It's like you've got to realign.
Pretty much.
All right, Ante heading in for his final bout with Bowser here. Akki taking that first race. We're going to go ahead and reset here and get restarted for race number 2.
Numero dos. Akki taking game 1, and that is 1 point in his back pocket. If he takes another game, he will not only get another point, but a bonus point for winning 2 out of 3 of the races. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Ante definitely had some slamming gameplay. It's just...
He did.
It's rough when you start the race and right off the bat, you're at like a 20, 30-second deficit, especially in such a short category.
I mean, in the very first, or excuse me, the second, I guess, strat, which is LBLJ, one of the most important in this particular category, it weighs on you. It weighs on the mind.
It does. It's like a couple pounds at least, and that is not good to be on a mind, because a mind does not have that much strength, at least physical strength. The mental strength definitely more of a thing, but
it's the mindset, the focus.
You're doing mindsets, you're doing mind reps. You got to keep that mind in tune. Go to the mental gym, take some deep breaths, a couple flexes.
Bitten. That's hot. I'm loving it. I'm waiting for the rap about Lakitu. That's what I'm waiting on.
There is an upcoming. There's an upcoming. Well, I wouldn't call it a Lakitu rap, but there's a Lakitu line in an upcoming. Up and coming. So
foreshadowing.
It's coming out. Lakitu skips though on deck. Poor guy never gets to talk or, you know, say whatever he wants to say, but he'll
He
just
does it
follow
enough.
Mario anyway. He'll follow Mario throughout the whole game, waiting for him to say something, but Mario never really giving any appreciation to Lack 2. A little unfortunate, but nice long jump from Aki. Oh, but
Oh,
overcover
and he
from
gets doored.
Andy. And once again, it's so unfortunate. Not actually as big of a deal as his last mistake. He definitely lost quite a bit of time. I mean, he can still get this pretty quick and only be 20 seconds behind. And Aki lost well over 20 seconds in the last race, so
Oh, for sure.
down, but okay.
Right into the column.
This is 16 star in a nutshell. It's ooh, okay, Aki making moves. Oh no. Oh no.
All right. Oh yeah.
Said Aki probably, as he looked over to the screen and oh goodness gracious. Anti looking like he's anti LBLJ.
The
With a weak
ragu.
pun.
Look at this. The ragu everywhere. All right. This looks good. Punch, punch, and he's in.
He is in with a 210 entrance, about 50 seconds off of your typical entrance. It's going to be rough for him to pry in there, but considering what we saw from Aki last game, I wouldn't say that it's out of the question.
It's still a possibility. Right now, one Dark World ahead. Aki's going to nail that Bowser throw. You know, this is the time not to get tilted. This is the time not to think about it because all three of the Bowser stages are...
Oh, goodness gracious.
And he takes a bonk.
Oh, my. We need to call the ambulance.
Oh, the Wambulance. Wow.
Right.
Once again with the booty burn. It's tough. As I was saying, all three of these Bowser courses are so movement intensive that you can't focus on anything other than what's happening right now.
Yeah, I'm wondering what Anti is focusing on. Might be a little nervous. I mean, going against Aki it's definitely you go in and you're like,
oh, and another death.
Okay, so we're struggling a bit here, you know. It's like I don't even know what it's like. I can't think of any metaphors right now. All I know is Anti is the sauce boss.
I mean, really, the Prego, the Ragu, flirping it up at this point.
And another
Aki
missed cannonless.
missing that picture setup. You know, it brings you back to the old school days of OG cannonless before that stock folder setup even existed. It's almost like a crapshoot at that point.
Yeah, texture setup is really strange in the sense that it's got a range of spots that work, but within the range that work, some don't. So really, I don't think anyone could be 100% consistent at texture setup.
And Aki.
It's a shame that Anti has lost like 2 minutes because the sauce. I mean, they're both taking a dip into the pan and reaching out for some sauce, but Aki a couple servings and Anti a lot of servings, basically.
I mean, wow. I wasn't really expecting that. Anti got to be making that trip downstairs now. Saw a couple of small issues. Generally, SSL pretty decent for him. Lethal Lavaland's taking that really odd death. Anti grabbing that key, wrapping up his time here in Dark World, trying to do whatever he can to nip at those heels of Aki Spin at this point.
Yeah, definitely nipping, but he has been defanged, he has been declawed, detoothed, so it's just gums sucking on his heels, and Aki sort of wondering what's going on. You know, soggy heel syndrome, not the end of the world. Going to go ahead and still pick up a cool pillarless, because you don't really need dry heels. Despite it being a shifting sand land, it'll probably dry up anyway.
Probably.
Not a big deal.
You know, we've seen Aki in this league, and that's why kind of watching his pillarless is interesting to me. So Aki's all about going fast. That's what speedrunning is. But watching Pillarless, we've seen a couple of times where he's gone a little too fast in Pillarless and shot out the other side.
Yeah, you gotta be the right amount of fast. Although, it's also plays into your awareness and how much you're paying attention. You don't want to go too high on the pyramid to
Right.
overshoot the entrance.
All right, Ante going in. Let's see if he can look more solid here.
He is going in.
He struggled with Alice.
And that is another
issue.
The extended pauses from Ante. I mean, if I'm being candid, if I was in Ante's position right now with the way this race has gone, I'd be like, you know what? Send me to game 3. But I commend him for continuing on despite the setbacks. Still making it happen. And, 16 star, not too long of a run.
It's not. It's not like a 70 where you long jump off of CCM 3 times. Then you're like, oh, God, I've got 40 minutes, 30 minutes left in this run.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to long jump off of CCM 3 times. That would be very unfortunate. And we've got a child walking in the commentary booth asking us what time it is, but it's Mario time. That's what I would say. It's time for some 16-star action, and Akki coming in hot with another excellent side.
Absolutely hot. Little Mario wanting to know what time it was. We said it's 16-star time. Time for LLL. That's how it was.
I'm not sure if that would satisfy a little Mario. They probably want to pursue it a little more, knowing kids, but you know how they are. Crazy kids. They'll say the darndest things.
It's awesome. This particular little Mario turns on my Nintendo 64 and tells me that she's speedrunning. So, oh, Ante blowing up there with that Pillarless.
Yeah, he's blowing up, and not in the good sense of the word. Literally, his face imploding, but going to be taking a kick right to Klepto. Swift kick. It's kind of ironic, right? Klepto's got the star, Klepto is like a stealing, I don't know, it's like, if you're a Klepto, you're a thief, right?
Right.
But Mario steals the star from Klepto, so who is really the Klepto?
It makes more sense in Super Mario Odyssey, where Klepto steals Cappy at one point and lost.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Ooh.
You don't really see it in the speedruns, but,
Oh, through the other side,
Whoa.
Ante, it is just a code red. It's a code. Man, this is not a code red. This is beyond code red. My personal training has not prepared me for this. Gonna have to call my manager and my mom probably just to figure out what sort of code this is.
Sim Mom has that information.
She's very prepared, she's been around the block.
Aki's still looking really strong here. Ante trying to hold it together.
Pretty much. Ante hanging on by a thread. And that thread is getting thin. I mean, literally, this man is chilling at 1 life. So
1 life to live. That's all he needs. He's a professional.
Apparently. I mean, he's in the 16-star league. It's just this is basically how 16-star runs sometimes go. I mean,
they do.
You see a lot of resets in attempts, and to see 16-star in a league format where you just got to run with what you got, it's a lot scarier. A lot more pressure is on because you can't just be like, you know what, nah. You got to run with it. And
exactly.
It just happens.
It's like the Super Bowl. The other team, and to get in the burn there, he can't afford to die. Not more than 2 times here, but. The other team isn't just going to go, you know what, they're running away with it. They can have it. No, we keep going, and Ante's showing that. And I think that's good for the mindset, like we talked about.
Yeah, and like you said at the beginning, you can't take it too personal.
You can't.
The worst thing that could happen is you have something like this happen in the league, and then it just haunts you for the rest of the league, You just got to realize it's the nature of the game, and detach yourself from your emotions, your thoughts, and just let it happen.
every run can't be a PB, every split can't be a gold, and understanding that, it actually makes you a better speedrunner, I think.
Hard pills to swallow by Thero. Order now. Stocks are in. Hello.
Big Sip Industries is sponsoring that, I think.
They are. They could.
Sweet.
I don't know.
We'll talk. Akki with a solid MIPS there once again. Looking good, going for that front sub. Anti in Lethal Avalanche here at this point. Akki is a very strong player. Akki is very consistent, and we see that from. To me, you have two different types of speedrunners. You've got the speedrunner that's very consistent, that they're not seeing huge growths, but they're seeing growths, and then you have the ones that just like pop off and then break world record by like 2 years. You know what I mean? So it kind of changes up a little bit the type of player, just like you have the runners that'll sit here and go for PBs versus the runners that'll sit here and race. Nice pole skip. Looking good. He
gonna make the cycle, hopefully going super fast. I think he's looking like he could make a 15 happen right now. High 15, maybe even a mid 15. I mean, the gameplay has been looking hot.
See, this is confidence.
Yeah. As you're talking about, the people who have their moments, the burst moments, it's like sprinters versus, the endurance marathon runners.
Right.
Maybe could be a metaphor for it. Akki's a bit of both. I mean, he's got insane speed, but his consistency is also really, really good.
It is. It is, and that's how you know that you're improving. That's how you know your practices are working. That's how you stay on point when you're around your PB, when you're around that sum of best. That just shows how much more consistent you are of a player. Anti heading into HMC right now. What does 16 star mean? 16 star is the amount of stars needed for this particular category to complete the game.
Yeah, 16 star, if you're more familiar with terms like any percent, it's any percent, no SBLJ. SBLJ is the trick that allows you to skip the 30 star door. Now, we do skip the 30 star door using MIPS, and MIPS spawns at 15 stars, and in order to get to Fire Sea, you need to get the Submarine Star and Dire Docks, so you end up getting to 16 stars. Akki again, first try, BLJ. He just makes it look so easy.
He does. And it's almost, you hear people talk about hit that first stair, and he's kind of struggling here on the endless stairs. There we go.
And there we go. The commentator's blessing is what we just saw there. Rare thing.
Very rare.
But it's good to see, nice wholesome moment.
The more you know. Yeah, that's how it. Akki heading up. He did moving right side, like flawlessly earlier. Again, making it look easy. It's like you see, some of the big quarterbacks, Drew Brees, Tom Brady out there beaming the ball 90 yards, and then you go out and try to play with your brother, and you can't even throw the ball 15 yards. That's what that's like. Akki makes all of this look incredibly easy.
Yeah, he's on some nutty pace. This is indeed some hot stuff, looking like a 1540 something if he can land these 3 throws. And the spins on this man are absurd. There's one. Oh, and the regrabs that he does are so fast. Oh,
single spin right there.
Goodness. He has optimized these throws so much. I'm pretty sure the way that he does throws versus maybe how I would do throws, it's probably at least like 2, 3, maybe even 4 seconds faster. I mean, he's as fast as it could possibly go. Akki making it happen very quickly.
That's sick.
40. Boom.
To be able to just spin Bowser once and have enough speed to hit the bomb is, again, not an easy feat. And doing it with accuracy at that point. Anti in Fire Sea, he did go for the pole glitch this time. You know, I don't think this is going to be a clean sweep. I know that Anti's had his issues here in the first couple of races, but I think he's going to use that as motivation here in this last race.
Yeah, it's been rough because he honestly hasn't even had a chance.
He has.
His beginnings have just shot himself in the foot, and when you're shot in the foot, I believe it or not, it's pretty hard to walk.
You run slower. Exactly. All right, gonna be getting up for this next race. You know, I wanted to talk just a little bit about pace. So I will be there. Big Simp, I know you will be there, correct?
I will be there.
So make sure you check that out. Exclamation point tickets to get your tickets to Pace. And wow, the fat hosty,
The
Karmic Koala.
host. Thank you, Karmic, for the host for 1,100 viewers, sir. Welcome everybody to the 16-star league. We are going into game 3, Anti versus akki941. Akki up 2 games, looking to maybe take 3 games in a row. Will Anti let it happen? I just want to see a clean start. I'd like to see them both get into Dark World at 120, 121. That'd be nice.
I think so as well. I have had the chance to race Anti myself and be destroyed by Anti myself, and you know it's tough to watch that struggle. I'd like to see him get a good start here, because I think his confidence will be up going through Dark World, not eating those deaths. Because once he's past that point, he seems to be fine.
Yeah. Dark World was a little dicey last game, but I think part of that was really the LBLJ.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of domino effect. And I ain't talking pizza. As much as Domino's is yummy. Could possibly go for a pizza.
A taco pizza.
Whoa. It sounds good in theory, but I don't know about in practice.
Just no beans. And that'll be good.
Yeah, no beans, please. Excellent Lakitu skips. Okay, here we go, folks. Please put your hands together. Let us all hope for a very nice start for both of these players. Looking good so far.
Yep. Aki's in. Oh, column. Once again from Anti.
But Akki opening the door. Hold the phone. Hold on.
All right.
This could be it. This could be what we needed. And Anti behind the door.
Oh, he missed the stairs. All right, try again.
Not the end of the world. Okay. And he's
through. Good. Oh, good. Great backup. Great backup from Anti. Knowing that he still had the speed to be able to get through is huge.
All right. This is his chance. This right here is the race that we have been looking for. Anti with about a 5-6 second lead over Akki. He's going to have to hold on to that tightly. Oh, the Goomba is going to say no. Maybe a bribery from Akki. I don't know. That seemed pretty suspicious. There was 3 Goombas piled up waiting for Anti. And that's also a bit of a strategical talking point in regards to that elevator. Some players, you'll see them turn their camera just to look ahead and see if there's Goombas.
Just to see.
But Anti, not enough time to react. Had to jump right into them. And now Akki, once again, rocking a sizable lead, but sliding back down the slope. Hold on.
That's going to help. Anti is very determined here at this point.
Oh,
and he tried to walk kick back up.
Yeah, he almost saved it.
He was almost able to save that, but God, that's heartbreaking.
That's rough. And Anti taking a pause could be a forfeit from Anti. And it looks as though that is the confirm. And honestly, I don't blame him. Not even one bit. It's just he got Goomba'd in the first race that he was able to get it popping. The man gets Goomba'd and then goes into Dark World again and takes a death. Rest in peace. Akki taking pretty cleanly a 3-0 victory over Anti. And that's all she wrote.
It is. You know, I still commend Anti for staying in as long as he did. Really trying to hang out there, but like we said, it's that mindset. It's trying to continue on. But yeah. Speaking of continuing on, make sure you check out exclamation point schedule. Check out what's coming up on the schedule. We've got some 70-star action coming up here shortly. What do you think?
I think that you are right in saying that. It's definitely accurate. We do have some 70-star action coming up. Proto Man 5 versus Cartoon Buffoon, the 70-star league, and that is a Division 2 match.
Yep.
And that should be a pretty good match. Proto Man 5 and Cartoon Buffoon actually pretty evenly matched. And then right after that, Proto Man's getting right back into it versus Rock Chalk 19 of Blue Esports in the 16-star league. So yeah,
it's going to be a great night tonight. I'm super excited. Simply, thank you so much for hanging out in the booth with me, in here with Little Mario. Definitely appreciate it. Always a pleasure to commentate with you.
You too, my man. It's magic, pure magic on the microphone. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And, grab a snack because we'll be right back with some more action. Bye-bye.